All right, so here is me walking through number 1 on how to do it. So basically, the question is asking, find the average rate of change from 0 to 3, or x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 3. So we've seen it in this notation before. So basically, these two ways of writing it are the same, okay, for each of the functions below. So let's look at this first one. For this first one, I'm going to, basically what it's saying is when x is equal to 0, what's my y value? So I'm going to try to plug in x is equal to 0, okay, into my equation up here. So I'm going to do 3 times 0 minus 5. So this is 0 minus 5, or negative 5. So my first point that I'm going to be working with is 0, negative 5. Okay? Then I'm going to do the same thing, but this time with x is equal to 3. So I'm going to plug it in. So I have 3 times 3 minus 5. 9 minus 5 is equal to 4. So the other point I'm going to be working with is 3 comma 4. All right, and then from there, we're always going to use our slope formula. So we found our 2 points. And I mean, honestly, you could have probably done this part in your head, right? 3 times 0 is 0, minus 5 is negative 5. So you could have gone straight here. Okay, I'm just walking you step by step just so you understand what's going on. So then we will label them x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2, and we're going to use our slope formula. So if you remember your slope formula, m is equal to y2 minus y1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay, and this is something you're going to have to remember. All right, so you're not just going to you can't just pull this out of, this is something you have to know. You can't just kind of guess at this part. So what I see a lot of people where they go wrong is they'll try to subtract 0 minus 5 divided by 3 minus 4 or something like that. Divided, but no, it's the difference of the y's divided by the difference of my x's. So I'm going to do y2, which was 4, minus a negative 5 all over 3 minus 0. So again, I just took the difference, I subtracted my 2 y values and put them over my 2 x values. And then so I have this turns 2 negatives, makes a positive. So this is 9 divided by 3, or 3. So my average rate of change for this first equation from 0 to 3 is 3. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'll kind of just walk you through the second one as well. Let me kind of section that one off. Okay, so same thing. We're given the same amount, same information up here, 0 to 3. What's the average rate of change? So x is equal to 0. I'm just going to do this part in my head. I'm going to plug it in. 0 squared is 0, plus 6 is 6. So my first point is 0, 6. And then same thing here, but x is equal to 3 this time. So I'm going to do 3 squared plus 6 is equal to 9 plus 6, which is 15. So the other point I'm going to be looking at is 3 comma 15. All right, same thing. We're going to use our slope formula. And you don't have to label these, as long as you remember we're taking the difference of our y, so 15 minus 6, divided by the difference of our x's, which is 3 minus 0. This is 9 divided by 3, and that's 3. So it's not always going to be 3. It just so happened that both of these were equal to 3, okay? And so the last one, I'm going to plug it in. X is equal to 0 up here. Remember my power rules, anything to the 0 power, and you can put this in your calculator if you're not sure, but anything to 0 power is 1. So 1 minus 5 is negative 4. So my first point is 0, negative 4. And then my other point I'm looking at is 3, so I'm going to plug in 3. 2 to the third power is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. 8 minus 5 is 3. So 3 comma 3 is my second point. And then we're going to do the same thing. Difference of my y's divided by difference of my x's. So 3 minus a negative 4 divided by 3 minus 0. So that's 7 over 3, which is about it's 2 and 1/3. So it'd be 2.33333 over and over again. But we're going to look at these. So that's my average rate of change for the last one. So as you can see, we got 3, 3, and 2.333. So it says which has the greatest average rate of change. And so it's actually kind of a trick question because there's 2 of them that are tied for first. So I would put A of X and B of X are my winners. Okay, so that's how you do number 1. Number 2 is very, very similar. If you'd like a key for this, I have a key. So if you want to try to work through all these 3 and then you check your answers, that's fine as well. All right, thanks.